Hi guys, it's Andy from Tech UK. This is the Anidees A16 PC case. Looking at the front of the box, doesn't really give much away about the actual case itself. So obviously it mentions what it is up at the top here, and the A16, along with the Anidees logo and the Ideas from You branding. So let's just turn this around a moment and have a look on the side. Again, not very much on there. And again, on that side, hardly anything. So it doesn't really give much away about the actual case. There are some specifications on here, which we'll come on to in a moment. So let's just quickly pop this out and have a look. Okay, so looking at the front of the case, obviously you can see that we do have a door on this particular case. The actual finish that you got along here, along the top, is really nice, and it's one of the key features that I really like about this case. It's very sleek, and the brushed aluminium front panel does actually give a nice look and feel to the case as well. So it really looks very well built and extremely high quality. Now, opening the actual door up reveals the 3 5¼ inch bays up at the top, and obviously to release them you literally just pinch the actual cover together, so it looks really good. Behind here, this mesh panel, we do have room for 240mm fans. There is one pre-installed to the actual case, so let me just close that back up a moment and I can pull this off. Okay, so as you can see on the actual back of the actual front panel, obviously there are a couple of screws here which you can then remove to look at the actual filter and also clean it out if required. Pop that down there. And now, see, like I said, there is one 140mm fan installed. By the looks of it, it can take 120 as well. But obviously there's room for the other. And again, just looking at the actual build quality on this, it really is very good indeed. Very nice feel, very nice material, and it really is really good. So let's have a look at the top. Looking at the top, the brushed aluminium panel stretches right the way to the back of the case, and we have 2 USB 3.0 up at the top and 4 USB 2.0, along with the audio and microphone jack, the power and hard drive LEDs, the reset button and the power button. Okay, so looking at the back of the case, we have a 120mm fan pre-installed into the actual case, and 3 holes obviously for water cooling. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 PCI expansion slots, and the bottom mounted PSU as well. Looking at the inside of the case, you can see that the interior is painted black and it has support for ATX, micro ATX and mini-itx motherboards. It is also capable of taking a full-length graphics card of up to around 428mm in length. It features a nice large window for the CPU to give you enough room to replace a cooler if required, and there are 5 openings for cable management around the outside of the motherboard, which all feature nice rubber grommets to protect the cables and to keep a nice clean finish. Another feature is the PSU strap, which helps to secure the PSU down and improve stability, along with the small rubber standoffs, and there's also a removable dust filter which goes right across the length of the case at the bottom. In the roof of the case, we have room for 220mm or 240mm fans, or the option of a 240mm radiator for water cooling. The same does apply at the bottom, but you will need to remove the bottom hard drive cage in order to accommodate for the radiator and fans. There are a total of 8 2.5 or 3.5 inch drive bays for you to use, one of which can be converted from the 5¼ inch bay, and the other one is fixed to the case below this. The remaining 6 are split across 2 cages, which are removable and are secured in place by thumb screws, and the trays themselves are metal and feature rubber vibration pads and can mount either an SSD or a SATA hard drive. Now, another feature of this case is the internal 3-pin header boards that we have up at the top and the bottom. You have 5 down here, which is powered by the 4-pin Molex, and this red, white, yellow and black cable that then goes up to the top. Would have been nice to see this braided though. Okay, so looking onto this side of the case, you can see the cables coming from the top I/O panel, the USB power, etc. Very nicely done with regards to the cable management. There are a couple of other holes which you can obviously then use to keep your cables looking nice, neat and tidy. And obviously the power cable that goes up through here to connect to the motherboard, there is a hole for as well. There's probably about 10mm possibly around that to fit cables in, so not an awful lot of room, but certainly manageable. Enough room here for use of the hard drives as well, so obviously they're not going to be sticking out too far, and obviously the back looks really good. I've now put the side panel back on the actual case, and you can see the side window, which is a really nice size, not too big, not too small, and the Anidees logo down at the bottom right hand side, which is the only place where the actual Anidees logo features on this case. So let's have a look and see what accessories and bits and pieces come with the actual case as we open the box up. Now inside here we do have a couple of 3-pin extenders. The braiding on this, in my opinion, isn't particularly fantastic, but it is nice that they've actually thought to include them. The instruction operation manual for the actual case, as well as some motherboard screws and a whole bag of goodies here. We have some cable ties, which is nice. Speaker, a very small screw, some motherboard mounting screws, would have been nice to see them in black rather than silver, some additional thumb screws, some hard drive screws. What ones are these? Some fan screws, which is nice, a nice bundle of fan screws, which is good. And these ones here, which are for various different thumb screws, which are nice quantity of these as well. What else have we got here? Some SSD screws, which is good. And a couple other little bits and pieces. So all in all, a nice selection of accessories. Like I said, would have been nice to see these in black, and the actual braiding on the actual fan extenders, even though it's nice to include them, would have been nice to have a bit better braiding on them. So as a summary for the A16 case from Anidees, personally I really like the sleek look of the exterior. The brushed aluminium and overall build quality is of the highest standards. You could argue that it does lack some features and benefits compared to other cases in this price range, but if you are looking for a stylish non-gaming case, this really should be considered. It has good water and air cooling options with a great deal of room on the inside, and is an extremely good all-rounder. The case is available in black or white, and there is also a side panel window option for both colours. There is also a silent version for the black case which features additional sound deadening material. We would like to say a big thank you to our partners Overclockers UK, as well as Anidees, for sending this case out for a review. We hope you like it, and we'll see you in our next video. We hoped you liked our video review. If you did, then please leave a like, as well as any comments or questions you may have down below. Full details and specifications on this item can be found at our website nismotech.com, along with all the links for purchasing if you wish. Also on our site you'll find our latest reviews and current giveaways, plus a lot more. We look forward to seeing you in our next review.